that Orianna, which is a massive late game threat. If she goes for that Archangel Staff, she's gonna have the shielding. Unfortunately, she doesn't have an enchanter, but she's gonna be able to do massive, massive sustained damage as well.
On the flip side for T1, this is a bread and butter composition for them. Strong scaling in the jungle for JY. Strong split pushing capabilities from Jong in the Baron lane, and we've already seen this guy pull out quadra kills with this champion. This is going to be a huge challenge for the #1 seed from the WLL, but for T1, expectations are hard. They are one of 2 remaining seeds from Korea left in this tournament, and it is elimination on the line.
And Roster Y looked like a really powerful team, right? So T1 has to step up their game to show
They want to be just like them.
It's not just Roster Y, it's also T1 from Korea.
Oh, here we go. Game 1. Elimination. T1 and Leviathan taking to the Rift here. And for the early game, Hells, there's not much proactivity and agency from these 2 junglers in particular.
Definitely. I don't think there's going to be that much happening, especially from the side of T1. You know, you're playing that Jax, you're going to be farming up a lot. And if you look at all of their champions, right, Corki is not that strong during the stage. Jong on that Camille, neither is he. BDG on the Morgana. These guys want to scale into the late game. But if you look at Leviathan, right, it's going to be a bit hard to be aggressive since you have that Orianna as well. It's not that strong of a late or early game champion. But they have to make the moves. Lumesh on that Zed, whenever he reaches level 5, I want to see Leviathan go.
So we're looking at wake-ups, probably around 2.5 minutes, where the solo lanes come online at level 5.
Definitely. Like right now, probably not much is going to happen. And as I'm saying, Morgana skills before the Camille skills, when you have Hullbreaker, that's not going to happen.
Androck is in a world of trouble now, locked in the Hextech ultimatum. Counter-Strike comes in, and it's just easy pickings. T1 strike with first blood.
Phenomenal gank from T1 right there. Jong instantly using his ultimate. JY going right after him, using his flash and getting that kill. This is the lead that T1 needs. Jong has a little bit of a gold lead now, but it's especially JY with the gold lead right now since he got a kill.
Yeah, the benefactor of that gank, and he's going right to the Herald as well. Great understanding from T1. They know what their conditions are. Get as much gold, snowball the Jax and the Camille. But in this fight, explosive cast from Penguin is separating the moments package there, tries to split up the rest of the fight, and he commits to the Dragon, is able to secure it, but at the cost of Billy's life.
Oh, T1 did not want to give that Dragon for free. They took the Rift Herald and Core and Lumesh. You know, that's the better of the whole breakers, but JY keeps going.
He's sending the Rift Herald right into the mid lane. If TJ was on the cast, he'd say, that's a WCK Herald Rift mark.
They didn't get the mid lane turret, however, which I feel is a bit of a loss for T1 because Leviathan was able to secure that Infernal Dragon, which does scale very well into the late game. And I feel it's really important that they actually denied it from T1 as well. And T1 also takes a whole turret.
The pressure they created off of the Herald in the mid lane,
and that's the power of the Hullbreaker, right? Like, as Billy tries to take a fighter as well, you cannot kill a Hullbreaker, Corki.
Oh, we've seen this story before. Hextech ultimatum is such a good tool.
Oh, you need stasis, Leviathan. You need a stasis enchant, and Penguin goes in?
He's just creating more chaos in the jungle, saying, hey, you can't get to the tower. We're taking it for free.
Wow, T1 is just pushing their advantage right now. It's crazy to see that a late-game composition is pushing their advantage. And is that JY looking for a fighter scan?
He does not stop on the aggression here, Hells, flashing away from the last turret shot. That is 4 kills. To JY.
Oh, JY is crazy. He's a maniac. He gets everything. The fact that he just dived the turret like that, knowing that he's up against a Zed who has the shadows, but he just did it anyways. He went to carry this game in the late game. You can see T1 is going to look for Lumesh again.
Lumesh has that mark available. T1, they might have overextended for this one. Penguin can't get in there. Shockwave right on time with the stasis timing as well. Leviathan answer back for the first kill.
Rafa, that's 4 ultimates for JY. Leviathan just used 4 of their ultimates to just kill a single champion from T1.
Did they get him?
They got him. They got him.
It worked, baby.
It worked. But that really shows how hard it is for Leviathan to just take care of JY on that Jax. That's just...
Which means the third Dragon will be coming online within the next 2 minutes.
Jong.
And it's all T1 who are focusing down the control in the upper side of the jungle. This Hextech ultimatum and a beautiful explosive cast leaves no response for Leviathan.
It didn't allow Bailey to do anything. He could not use a single ability because he got CC'd so often. JY is still very aggressively positioned in the jungle right there. And yet again, T1, if they fight is done and everyone goes to their own lane. Jong moving to the bot lane. We see Penguin in the mid lane and JY pushing the top lane. Just, they're everywhere.
Cannot stop the split push pressure, Hells. T1, they are pulling Leviathan on the bottom side of the map And on the top side of the map as
And
well.
T1 is 8,000 gold
WRGs, but Rook is gonna go in.
Ooh.
And it's just, the Rift Herald gets one turret. Jong and Penguin looking for the flank here. Explosive Cast already lands onto Billy, separated from the rest of the members of Leviathan, trapped in that Hexac ultimatum, and Lumis trying to respond with the Death Mark, doesn't get any damage. Shockwave clips onto one, gets a flash out of BDG, but the rest of Leviathan, they are just forced to respond to JY, who is smacking the tower.
Oh my god, he just takes the inhibitor turret as well.
Solo in a 1v4 as well, he doesn't care.
Wow, I was just gonna say that Leviathan could potentially still win this game as they were dealing a lot of damage during those team fights. Kite was doing a good job and he finally finished the Serap's Embrace, but that's an inhibitor turret gone already, Rafa.
Time seems to have run out for Leviathan. Obviously,
Won't
there's
delay anything.
still
The Dragon spawns, the next second they're on it already.
boom. I mean, for Leviathan, this isn't the game-winning Dragon quite yet, but it's another stat buff that T1 are going to take graciously.
Yeah, definitely. And Kite's sitting on 3 items right now. He picked up that all-important Rabadon's Death Cap, which is going to give him so much more damage. So yet again, Leviathan, put all your resources on Kite, give him as much gold as you can, play around him, protect him in team fights, and they could win a team fight in this game right now.
Take a moment to breathe here, Hells, because Leviathan are now forced to be poised around this Baron. This would be the next big objective that T1 will start just to force Leviathan to come out of the safety of their base.
And JY picked up a Guardian Angel's up, but they just go in immediately.
Hextech ultimatum onto Billy, using the Haymaker shield. It's all for naught. Explosive Cast pushes back members of Leviathan back into the quadrants of the jungle. The rest of Leviathan trying to regroup, trying to collapse onto T1, but the strength in numbers is with the Korean squad. They're the powerhouses in this match.
Kite was not even there, Rafa. What an absolutely tragic fight for Leviathan that was, because, again, T1 doesn't give them the chance to do what they want. They don't give them the chance, and it's T1 taking the very first game in the series right now. They just destroyed the #1 seed from the WR from Latin America, and this team is looking like a banger right now.
Yeah, this such a clean showing from T1. Easily